As Kuwait hosted the 25th Arab League Summit, the delegations discussed the amendment of the Arab League Charter, which include changing the voting process of passing resolutions, among other issues. Sarah Glubb has more in this report.
One of the most important issues that was included in the agenda of the 25th regular session of the Arab League Summit was to discuss the means of reforming and developing the Arab organization, including the amendments of the legal charter.
And there is a proposal, it's not plenty of proposals with respect to the Arab League to make it more efficient, to make it more responsive to the needs of the Arab population, to make it more, I should say, like the European Union or the African Union. And we are going towards that direction. I think everyone agrees that the Arab League needs to be reformed, it needs to be responsive to the needs of the present generation and future generation, and perhaps through something similar to the African Union or the European Union.
Now it became imperative that the League should be reformed from the, I would say, structural dimension, the human resources dimension, and also from the legislative dimension, because there have to be some laws and regulations, new laws and regulations that have to be enacted, and the structure have to be reformed, and people have to be upgrading their own capacity to be able to deal with the current and future issues, thus responding to the expectations of the Arab nations. We are very much keen to see that other lessons learned from other regional organizations that have undertaken this type of reform, that the League of Arab States could benefit from those lessons, and we will be able to have a League of Arab States that is capable of responding to the needs of the Arab nation.
The Arab League represents 22 states and about 350 million people, and some of the member states own a good part of the world's natural oil reserves.
Coming from an institution, change is part of, the only thing they say that is permanent is change. So there is need to continuously review, reinforce that which works well, and change that doesn't well. And the Arab League is not a new institution, it's been here for over 60 years. And so there is always need for us to continue to see what is working well and what needs to be changed.
Solutions for a more efficient cooperation within the Arab League can only be found by Arab League members themselves. I know that in doing this they have looked at the way we operate inside the European Union. I understand that they may have taken one or two areas where they found it interesting as best practice in terms of how to have a more efficient setup. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't go further than that. That's something that has to be made in Arabia, so to speak.
And I heard from some of the speakers the recognition of a need as the world changes, as new challenges emerge, to examine whether the institutions of governance, of diplomacy, of economic cooperation, of cultural cooperation are up to those challenges. So you can't be complacent, and I was encouraged to hear from some of the speakers a recognition that there needs to be reform and progress in the institutions to meet those challenges.
The Charter of the Arab League, also known as the Pact of the League of Arab States, is the founding treaty of the Arab League. The agreement was concluded in 1945 and endorsed the principle of an Arab homeland while respecting the sovereignty of the individual member states. Under the theme Solidarity for a Better Future, members of the Arab League gathered in Kuwait for the first time amid regional turmoil and other important issues facing the region for the opening of the 25th regular session of the Arab League Summit, with the aim of striving for more cooperation. From Bayan Palace, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for English News.